Okay, go ahead.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Danielle.
I'm Cassandra.
Great, good to see you. Did you have trouble finding the place?
No, it's pretty easy. Good parking.
Okay,
Would you like my way? Oh, you have my resume ready.
yeah, very impressive. Is it Cassandra?
It's Cassandra.
Okay. Okay, Cassandra, tell me a little about yourself.
Well, as you can see on my resume, I'll be graduating with my master's in IO in May. I'm over at Hofstra. For undergrad, I went to St. John's, which pretty much kept me local. Sorry. So hopefully I hope to get into consulting, build pretty much my portfolio is for the next couple of years. I find myself mostly in HR work as it shows. Also on my resume, but I was looking to get into market research kind of as a background, pretty much as a set of foundation, because it does relate to a lot of the HR initiatives that I find myself coming across and designing lately. So that's pretty much it professionally. I'm pretty busy as it is right now. Like I said, I'm in school and I am working and I also have an internship. So when I'm not doing anything like that, I'm pretty much home. I watch sports pretty much. That's pretty much me professionally and personally.
So you're interested in the HR aspect of IO?
I'm kind of interested in everything in IO because it kind of pulls together. As you know, a lot of HR work is more recruitment and training and selection and things like that. And I feel like with market research particularly, you're kind of looking for particular ways, approaches to kind of design your HR techniques. So I feel like with HR or development and things like that, you kind of need that background in order to effectively design program in your organization.
Okay. Tell me about some of your responsibilities at Lord & Taylor.
I just recently started a job, so a lot right now is a lot of more of the administrative work. So setting out recruitment letters, offers, and things like that, interviewing. I've been coming across lately. But pretty much that's it. It's more administrative than anything. There's only 2 of us in the office, so hopefully down the line it becomes a lot more hands-on.
Well, as you know, some of the responsibilities include overseeing some field work and a lot of work with data files and tabulations and things like that. So how do you think some of your experiences can tie into this position?
I think with that, I was looking at that in the job interview, the description. I feel like very particular, especially when it comes to my attention to detail. So for that, overseeing things like that, I'm pretty good at kind of running through any kind of surveys or anything like that, just to get, just to send it out for its final evaluation. So I don't think it would be a problem.
Okay, what are some of your greatest strengths and weaknesses?
As far as weaknesses, I would feel like that attention to detail can potentially be a problem only because I do find myself not really looking at the bigger picture. Because I am in school, we work on a lot of group projects, and I find that other people kind of make up for that. But I feel like in order to develop myself better in that sense, I'm kind of taking steps from them and taking tips from them really on how to just step back and look at how everything kind of falls into place on its own. As far as my strengths go, I would think that my attention to detail is a strength. So it's kind of a gift and a curse in that sense. So especially I feel like in market research, a lot of that, making sure things are user friendly, and making sure when you're presenting to a client that everything's kind of in order and nothing looks slow to client is kind of important. And also I think my time management skills are impeccable, if I say so myself, which they've gotten a lot better. I find myself carrying around notepads often just to kind of prioritize my things, or in a planner I've recently invested in just to kind of keep myself on track, especially if we're working with multiple teams or multiple projects at a time. I find that that's really helped me lately.
A huge aspect of the job involves PowerPoint, Excel, and SPSS. So on a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being no experience and 5 being very experienced, rate yourself on all 3 of those programs.
Based on the scale, I would say that my PowerPoint would be one of my strongest out of the three. So I would say I'm 4.5, 5 on that. As far as Excel and SPSS, I'm still kind of building those skills as it is. So I can input data and I can kind of figure things out that way. So I would say around 4, but I feel like it's easier for me if I do come across something that I'm not sure of. It's easier for me to find it, or hopefully I can ask somebody that would happen.
A lot of position requires you to input data into PowerPoint reports, and this involves a lot of skill with time management and attention to detail. So as you said, rate your ability on these skills and give an example of when you've had to utilize them.
Yeah, well now that, since I'm in school, we're doing a lot of presentations and things like that. So getting information onto a PowerPoint that makes it easier to view for everyone else is really what I prefer to do. I like doing that. Just making sure things are, slides are pretty much sparse enough so that there are talking points and areas for discussion if they do arise. So I don't really have a problem with that as far as making slides and PowerPoint presentations and things like that.
So how well would you describe your ability to learn new programs? And give an example, if you could, of when you've had to learn a new program. Because we do have like a SOTA program, which not a lot of companies use, but we do use it. So
Okay, I'm pretty flexible with learning how to adjust to programs and things like that. Like I said, like you see, I just started Willie Taylor, so I'm learning a lot of their HRS systems. So it's not too hard as long as someone's there or there's a manual for me to follow. I like playing around with things and seeing how things work, so it should be pretty easy to familiarize myself with quite quickly.
in market research, there's a lot of multitasking required. So name a situation where you've had to multitask and you've had several important tasks to accomplish. How did you go about prioritizing?
Well, use Lord Taylor again, only because I feel like a lot of these pertain to the situation. A lot of the HR department, Lord Taylor is on site, so there's a lot of FaceTime with a lot of your employees and things like that. So every time you're on the phone, they see you, you have a question, someone can ask you. When you have multiple people at a time asking to do something either on the web system or you have your boss asking you to do multiple things at a time, I kind of utilize my notepads. Obviously, I have like 3 at my desk. So I just pretty much write everything that needs to be done, even if it's like something menial. So I need to input like badge information for someone, I always put it down just so I know that it's there, because they will let you know if they need their badge and that they told you that they need their badge. So a lot of things, I just put everything down just to make sure that at the end of the day, I have it, and if I need to prolong something to the next day, I know it's not something that was urgent that needs to be done in a particular time frame. So I'm pretty good with managing tasks and priorities and determining what needs to be done before something else. And if anything, I can always ask someone who gave me the task how quickly they need it done, or exactly what I need to get done for it. So I think
And a lot of the programs we work with require kind of like the basic logic of math skills, and a lot of writing skills are involved. So talk about your strengths in those areas, or maybe what's kind of more challenging for you.
Well, I am familiar with SPSS, so it's a lot of numbers and things like that. So I feel like my math skills pretty adequate. I would like to think. I write a lot of papers, so I would think that my writing skills are okay. I'm not really sure on the scale of the file, like how exactly would you like me to?
I think that's good. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, like I said, I just hope to be building a lot of my consulting skills over the years. Trying to get myself in different industries, trying to just get as much exposure as I can with as many jobs as I can. Like I said, I am interested in all aspects of IO. So if I can find myself in market research or development or HR, I kind of just want to build those skills just to make me more marketable as a consultant. So hopefully in those 5 years, I do find myself pretty proficient in my job and hopefully doing well.
have any questions for me?
That's it. I was just wondering, I saw that everyone around here wears jeans and everyone's pretty friendly with each other. It seems like a laid back environment. I'm not sure, like, how would you describe it?
Yeah, we do work really hard. It is more of a casual atmosphere, mainly because we don't have a lot of clients coming into the office. So, you know, we're very comfortable, especially a lot of work we could do from home. So it's operates that way.
Okay, does that really work for you? Would you prefer that? Yeah.
That's fine.
I've tried that. I think being in the office environment for some reason I can't.
It's quicker in the morning.
That's true.
Mhm.
Because I just wanted to know, like, as far as, like, is there, like, more of an open door policy? So if I do have any questions, can I just come to anyone, or is there a specific person that I'm rolling up to?
Yeah,
How is it?
we all work as a team, so we're
Okay.
pretty helpful if someone needs help, and you have time and you're available, you offer help. So you get to work with a lot of different projects and things like that.
Okay.
It's varied, and you get a lot of experience doing different things.
And as far as advancement goes, like, do you often have a lot of interns at any one time? Do they often get offered positions?
Yeah, most of our interns in the past have received offers, but
Okay.
it's, you know, really up to you depending on the work that you do and how many jars will come in.
Right. Yeah. One more question.
Sure.
So what do you see in a successful employee here? Like, what characteristics or skills do you think they bring to the team that you see?
I think time management and attention to detail are very important in every department, or programming, department.
Okay.
Those things are really what makes us successful and what makes us stand out.
Okay, good. That makes it